I'm wondering what you think about the future of the U.S. and that business that's so important to you. And I know you already produce the lion's share of the cars that you sell there in the U.S. I've been to the plant, it's amazing. But do you think you're going to have problems if we get some kind of border tax put into effect?
I mean, first of all, the biggest plant for BMW is in the United States. We are manufacturing and assembling more than 411,000 vehicles last year, and we are selling around about more than 300,000. So we are a net exporter from the United States. I mean, for us, important is free trade across the globe. That's important in Europe, it's important in the United States, but we also have a globally balanced distribution and flexible production network where we can balance certain situations. But I'm clearly in favor of that we see more trade barriers going down than up, and that we see more free trade in the future, because the United States also are participating from that. We are exporting $10 billion a year from the United States. The majority goes to China, for example. The majority goes to Europe. And I think this is also which the politicians will see.
I think it's also more than any other company exports from the U.S. And I know you build other things like...
We are proud to be in the United States, really. It's what we call our second home.
You build you lay your carbon fiber in Washington State, and other componentry is made in the U.S., but won't it be more expensive to import pieces of the cars that you assemble there?
That depends on what the regulation and what the legal side will bring, and that's still open. There's still discussion, there's nothing decided, but we will see what comes.
Let me finally ask about Rolls-Royce and the luxury business. How is that business doing? Obviously gangbusters in the U.S., but in a place like China.
Last year it was a recovery again. It was more difficult in the year before. There's still a demand, but I mean, with the Rolls-Royce business, you have every customer counts. It's not a volume business. It's very specific customers, very special wishes. You need to fulfill their special needs. So every car is individual, every car is different. So you're talking about each of a single customers which you would like to treat well across the globe. But the China business was better last year. The US business is still growing, and you would be amazed. We still had growth in Europe with Rolls-Royce last year.
You beat me to the question. I was going to ask you about the European economy, European car markets. How does that look to you, and are you worried about maybe a used car glut?
I mean, the European market has grown last year by a two-digit number, which has been a fantastic achievement. We maybe see a higher one-digit number of growth this year. I mean, Europe needs free trade as well, but Europe is still 44% of our sales worldwide at BMW. So Europe is still very important.